All right, welcome into Power 5 picks. We have bowl season on different little layouts here. We're going through each bowl game individually. So there's going to be a lot of individual videos out. So this is the first one of the series. So this is a little bit different introduction, but trying to sort of give you a quick 1 to 2 minute preview on each bowl game. Ethan, glad to have you here. I know we've had, actually, we really haven't had a weekend without football. We had Army Navy last weekend, which again, just one game, but yeah, I'm excited to get back into kind of a full slate on Saturday. We have 6 games. I'm excited to talk about it. I'm excited to have you here. How are you feeling going into bowl season?
Yeah, I mean, bowls are tougher now than they used to be with all the opt-outs. But still love bowl season, still love betting bowl season. Really looking forward to the bowls kicking off on Saturday.
Yeah, and again, these are really tough, guys. You thought midweek football was tough. Wait till you get 2 different conferences playing each other that have 0 common opponents, and that's a majority of these games. So it's pretty tough, but we are giving it our best shot. Let's just keep it rolling. Let's go into our first game. It's actually at 11 a.m. on Saturday. So hopefully you wake up, get your bets in for this game. But it is the Myrtle Beach Bowl between Georgia Southern and Ohio, a MAC school versus the Sun Belt. Georgia Southern is a 3-point favorite, over-under sitting at 48.5. As you guessed, this game is played in Myrtle Beach at Coastal Carolina's field. So probably a little bit more advantage towards Georgia Southern in location. But again, that's not going to be a huge factor in these bowl games. But I'm going to set it off to you. Who are you thinking in this game?
Yeah, before I get into the game, just want to preface, like I said, bowl games are extremely tough with the transfers now. Also, I do believe bowls are one of the more public events of the year where public flies in, especially on these early bowl games. They're going to see the bowl slate. They're going to want to start, let's make a bet on every single bowl, start with the first one. And if they lose, they'll opt out towards the end. But yeah, just be careful. Don't bet a ton of money on these bowl games because they are quite tough at this point. But for this individual bowl here, everything I'm seeing is saying Georgia Southern. For whatever reason, my gut is telling me Ohio plus the points this game. So I will take a stab at Ohio plus 3. Probably won't end up betting this game, but ton of opt-outs for Ohio. Their starting quarterback is out and basically half their team. Georgia Southern has a few opt-outs, but no one too extreme here. So that is the reason why Georgia Southern is favored despite being 6-6, Ohio 9-3. Ohio had a 10-win season last year. I know they're going for their first back-to-back 10-win seasons in program history. So I think that is kind of a big deal. I'm just expecting a big effort from Ohio from all their backups. These kids don't get a chance to play often, and now they're thrown into the bowl game. I just expect a really big effort. Not sure really what Georgia Southern is playing for. But yeah, I mean, we talked before the show. If Ohio's guys aren't any good, it's Georgia Southern all day long. I don't know how good their backups are, so I'm just taking a stab at their effort is going to be higher than Georgia Southern's. I think they can keep it within 3 points. Slight lean towards the. I don't know what to make of this total. I'm just going to pass on the total.
Yeah, you made a good point there. Ohio's 9-3, Georgia Southern is 6-6. So a lot of people, I think, are just going to see record-wise a 9-3 team is actually a 3-point underdog. It's pretty crazy. But again, make sure you check out the opt-outs. I will try to get an article out about all the important bowl opt-outs this season. But speaking on Georgia Southern, this team is in the Sun Belt, and you're going to hear a lot about the Sun Belt this bowl season. They actually have the most teams in the bowl. In bowl games, they have 12, believe it or not. That's pretty much the whole Big Ten is in a bowl game from the Sun Belt. So we have a lot of teams, a couple today in the Sun Belt, and they are, let's just be honest, a better conference than the MAC. You got App State, James Madison, Troy, USM. A bunch of these Sun Belt teams could very well be Power 5 teams. Probably not, but they're just better than the MAC. So that's probably a reason for a little bit of the line movement and Georgia Southern being favored. But I'm going to disagree. I'm going to take Georgia Southern at the -3. And this is solely probably pretty popular, probably pretty square, solely because everyone on Ohio is out. You got their quarterback transferring, Rourke, I believe his name is. You have their number 1 and number 2 leading rusher are transferring. You have their number 1 and number 3 wide receiver are transferring, or NFL. I'm pretty sure all of them are transferring. So, I mean, that's 5 playmakers, important playmakers on your team. Playing a very tough Georgia Southern team. Yes, they're 6-6. They didn't have the greatest year, but it's just, I think, too many opt-outs for me to back an Ohio team. And yes, I do think they're backups, this is a great opportunity for the backups to maybe, be a starter next year, show some film of why they can take over the team next year. But it's just too much in my opinion. So I'm gonna go pretty public. It's probably a pretty public bet and take Georgia Southern at the -3. This total has shifted from 53.5 to 48.5 as the total. So just based on that, I'm gonna probably have to lean the under in this. I think there's some big old money coming in on the under, probably because again the opt outs from Ohio. So I'm gonna take Georgia Southern actually pretty big in this game, 14 and 20 points, and I'm gonna take the under at 48. But yeah, that's the opt outs are the biggest thing in this game, and the biggest thing in a couple games we're going to talk about. But do you have anything else before we close out this game?
No, again, just bet responsibly. A lot of bowl games to go around, so don't be throwing a ton of units on each and every game, especially with the opt out. So just bet smart this weekend, and good luck.
Yeah, perfect. And make sure you guys do check out our other videos of Saturday's bowl games. We have 6 out in total. So make sure you check out all 6. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace, guys.
Later, guys.